How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build that positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, I'm going to say something that you need to hear. If you want that positive energy, if you want to expand in your light, this is the episode for you. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So pick a word. It could be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with that energy. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. We're going to take another deep breath. This one's about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear to get us in that positive state. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and will be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. Before we get started, if there's something that you enjoy or take away from this episode, if you're on YouTube or Spotify, you can leave a comment below. Not only does that help me know what resonates with you, but someone else might read that comment and it might inspire them to give this episode a listen. I want to make this the #1 mindset podcast in the world, and the best way to do that would be together. So whether you leave a comment or share it with somebody, it means the absolute world to me, and I could never thank you enough. But let's dive into today's episode. So this is something that I need to hear, and I believe it's something that you need to hear as often as possible. But you are more amazing than you realize. You have more ability than you realize. You have more control than you realize. You see, you might be struggling right now. You might be feeling lost, down, like there's no way forward. But you see, that's the distraction. We don't need to go forward. That's why you might feel lost, because you keep looking for the job to change, the economy to change, the world to change, and that hurts because it keeps being the same. The hurtful things in life continue to hurt. The things that let you down in life continue to let you down, and that is hard to deal with. But you see, sometimes we just don't know where we should be focusing. The journey is always within. The more you pour into you, the more the world will start to reflect that. The world is not as it is as you are, and that's frequency. Meaning you can't experience a different experience in the world than you resonate at. If you are struggling or having a bad day, the world will represent that. You will see the struggle in the world, you will see the pain in the world. It will constantly reinforce the frequency. But if you are feeling good, if you're filled with love, peace, joy, happiness, then you will see that in the world, even in the darkness. I think that's the misconception, is people think that when you heal within, that the world will be perfect. No, the world is a flawed place. There are a lot of flawed and hurt beings here, and hurt people hurt people. That's consistent in this planet, this thing we live on. Like, hurt people are constantly hurting people. That frequency is extremely powerful. But us, if we heal within, if we constantly improve ourselves with love, constantly lift ourselves up, if we do that, even when we go through the darkness, even when we go through the hard times, we still see and receive the light in there. When you're right within, you don't need the world to be better. You don't need situations to improve because you are the improvement. You become the light in the darkness. If you take a room that's completely dark and you turn a flashlight on so you can see, that flashlight is extremely valuable to all those that need to see in the room, but it doesn't change the fact that the room is still dark, that the room is not creating its own light. The flashlight is doing it. We are no different than those flashlights. In this world that's consumed by darkness and hurt and pain and all those things, we can become the light. But being the light does not change the situation in the world, it just changes our experience in it. And maybe bad things will still happen to us, but we will still be the light. That will still be our experience. You have that power. You are the positive change that can happen. And I know you may not feel that. It may feel lonely. It may feel like, maybe your spouse is bringing you down. Maybe your job is bringing you down. Maybe the news is bringing you down. Maybe your siblings, your friends, they're just not elevating you and life is so difficult and you're not sure what to do. Go within. Commit to this. If you could just commit to this one thing, we'll call it two things. If you could commit to these two things, your life would change. One, constantly pouring high energy, high frequency into yourself. You do that with words. When you say, I am a loser, I make mistakes, I'm not worthy, I shouldn't be here, those words represent energy and frequency. When that frequency is what you're in, your frequency or your energy will align with that. So by saying those words, by thinking them or hearing them, other people saying them, it puts you into that frequency. So then your energy is operating in that low. So one of the most important things we can do is the exact opposite of that. Pour into yourself with positive I am statements, even when it doesn't feel like it. When it doesn't feel like those things are true. Tell yourself that you are powerful. Say, I am powerful. I am a good person. I am loving. I am joy. I am happiness. I am positivity. Fill yourself with those. Because what starts to happen is those represent frequency. When you start pouring those into your mind constantly, your energy starts operating in that frequency. When you are operating in that frequency, you receive that frequency, so it feels good. So your thoughts, start there. Pay attention to the external words. If people talk in a way that doesn't represent the frequency you want to be in, you have to have a boundary there. You cannot engage in those things. You have to find a way away from them. Same goes with TV shows, news, music. All of those influences affect you. If what they're saying is not in alignment with who you want to be, step away. Protect yourself. Elevate yourself. The next is the actions. You see, when you say, I am love, I am that high energy, and then your actions represent that, that is the sacrifice. That is the dedication to the thought. When you have the two in alignment, the universe provides because you are in flow. You're thinking and acting in alignment with a certain energy or certain frequency. You are it. You're not trying to be it. You're not working towards it. You are it. That's how this goes. Think and act as you want to receive, and that's what will happen. Think and act in alignment with the higher frequency of words, the higher frequency of calling, and that will be your experience. This is all happening for you. It's not happening for you so that you get that new job. It's not happening for you so you get that new girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. It's not happening for you so that you win the lottery. Those are experiences that you can have here. Everything is happening for you so that you can raise your perspective and connect to love. When there is a difficult, negative situation that hurts, when you learn to find the love in it, even beyond self, you grow. That's how it happens for you. You are so powerful that not only can you do that, not only can you connect to the highest frequency, you become the expander of it. You see, you're an observer and a creator. When you learn to control your observation, to connect to the high frequency, even in the worst situations, you create more of it. That's how powerful you are. That's how valuable you are. All of the terrible things that have happened All of the pain that you've gone through has happened so you can become this amazing person. That's all this is. It's your opportunity to level up. So accept the responsibility, accept the challenge, and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful. I feel like it came out a little bit different, but that's just how it needed to come out with this one. But I hope it resonated. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It'll keep up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook group all down below. So I appreciate all the follows there. And if you listen to this episode and it resonated with you, you're ready to make a shift, you want to level up, this is what I do. I'm a mindset coach. I help people become the version of themselves that they desire to be. We can shed the negative beliefs. We can break down the blocks, the things that have been holding you back, and help you become the version of you that you are be called to be. If you want more information on that, you can reach out to me via Instagram or the link down below. I also have the group Freedom Fundamentals. This is more community-based, so if you want to level up, if you want to dive into real estate wealth, if you want to dive into more mindset stuff, I have that available to you as well. Either one, if you want information, again, Instagram's probably the best place, but the link down below, I will get back to you there as well. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.